at the Meri Atelier. And it is Tuesday night, Tuesday evening. And I did not stream this morning, so I thought that I would come on and stream this this evening. Oh dear. Let me pick things up here. You might see me changing out my hours a little bit. I don't know exactly how right at this point, but I'm having trouble falling asleep at night, and then when it's time for me to get up, I'm tired. So I might be doing some late night chats if I don't see anybody on that's in my general community, the people that I know and communicate with. So, hi Teresa. Teresa, I got your postcard today. I'm going to make you a goat postcard. Welcome in. So like I said, hi Angie. Hi Allie K. Like I said, because I've been having such hi Legia. Oh, it's good to see you guys. I didn't announce this at all. I just said I can't sleep. I might as well get up and do something, huh? And like I said, it seems like my body wants to stay awake until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then when it's time for me to get up, I'm dead on my feet. So I might be changing my hours out a little until we'll see what happens. I'm going to still try to do my Tuesday and Thursday mornings, but that may change. If I'm not on, I'm fell asleep. Yeah, it's good to see you, Legia. Let me get, I'm going to work on these postcards because they need to go out. Let me get over here and get my tablet set up so that I can see folks coming on. I have no idea how long I'm going to be on. This says connect to the internet. I thought I was connected here. Settings. Connections. Wi-Fi. Oh. To see available. Turn on Wi-Fi. Oh, it's asking me to add a... Oh, here I am. All right, I think I'm set up now. For some reason, I got disconnected from the internet, and that very seldom happens for me on this. Let me get into YouTube. Hold on here. I'm setting up my tablet. I have to do this after I get online. Well, not connect to the internet, but... So Teresa sent me a postcard. It's in the other room. I'll show it next time I go. I don't want to go in there and no, hold on. I don't want to go in there now. Things are slow over here. Well, you... I'm trying, there I am. I was trying to find me. Where am I? I worked in the yard again today, though. We got a lot, well, not we. My brother didn't help one bit. He supervises. He always goes out after I work for 3 hours. He goes out, checks and sees what I did, and then tells me what I should have done. Do you have any brothers like that? Hi, Sherry Van. Hi, Melody. Hi, Marguerite. Allie K, Legia, Angie, Teresa, Marguerite, Teresa, Barb Philly, and hi, Barb. It's good to see you. Melody, Angie, Teresa, and Allie K. I think I said hello to everybody. Now I'll probably be on a little late, and so if you need to leave, I get it, I understand. In fact, I almost envy you. You go to sleep. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I don't know what it came in. Oh, I did. I noticed I'm not going to use it for anything because I broke it. They're out in the other room too. I'm not going to use them tonight anyway. They had Daniel Smith, a trial set of watercolors on sale. And I had a coupon and I added that to it. And so there's 6 colors. But I might be buying a tube of Daniel Smith every now and then. If I buy a tube every month, 1 tube a month, I'd have 12 Daniel Smith watercolors. That's Big Brothers, Legia says. Isn't that the truth? He won't lift a finger to help me. I told him we got some volunteer trees coming in, and we always cut them down, and I can't cut them down myself. And I said, you're going to have to help me do that. And he was ready to do it today, but I'd already taken a shower. And cleaned up, and I didn't want to go back out there. Yes, ma'am, I have one brother just like that, Teresa says. You know, my brother's a good brother. I don't mean to tear him down. I'm just saying. Yeah, he's a good brother. We took flowers down to my parents' grave the other day. What else is going on? He made some, I think he fried eggs in a skillet. And I'm trying to get him to wash his own dishes because we kind of eat separate now because he eats different than I do. And when he fries eggs, it isn't just eggs, it's a half a cube of butter. And that skillet, I'm not going to wash it. It's sitting out there on the stove. He does pretty good with the other stuff that he can just plop into the dishwasher. But I'm not going to wash his skillet for him. He's going to have to take care of that stuff himself. Now, he doesn't wash my dishes. I wash all my own dishes. But he's a good brother. I thought I'd show you K3N Clocktails. I'm following her with the Stitch Journal, and every Monday she puts up a new page. She's doing a 2024 Stitch Journal. Now, I've flipped through this several times, so I'm not going to flip through it again tonight. I'm going to go to the back here. This is the one we did this week. And these are all, these are eyelet stitches. She calls them eyelet stitches. She cuts a hole in the fabric. Well, she has 2 pieces like I do. 2 pieces here. And baste them together. And so I've got a white one and a tan one. And then, well, you cut a hole in the top layer, and then you insert a little piece of fabric underneath the hole, and then stitch around the hole. And because her book is square, she's only got 1. And a hole, an eyelet stitch. But mine is more rectangular, so I did 3. And hers are more web-like like this. Well, really, hers are more open. I've got a little bit closed in there. And I opened it up more down here, and then I did this one last, and I just did 1 round here. These are blanket stitches. They're kind of free-form blanket stitches. They're not even and pretty and neat like you would. Well, these over here might be. Whoops, let me turn these over here. You can see these are more like what you would think of a traditional blanket stitch. They're nice, and you guys probably can't see that. Let me lift up see, these in here are more traditional blanket stitches. They're nice. Well, they're not perfect, but they're more traditional. where these others, we get all different lengths and turn them directions and everything. And then I started having fun making these spirals. And that was the last thing I did. I was making spirals. And as I was thinking, as I was doing this, as you're doing these kind of free-form blanket stitches, I was thinking, it's almost like machine quilting, free-form machine quilting, because you're just, as you're going, you just go where your intuition takes you, I guess. But I worked on that today, and I have another piece I'm working on, but I didn't bring it in. So, actually, I started this yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. So I haven't watched her video clear to the end. I've got to finish watching it. So I'm working on that. I'm working on my stitch journal. Let me pull this more. And I'm going to have to get me a new wraparound here, and I'll make pages out of this. Well, I don't know if I'll make pages out of it or not, because it's kind of small. But this is what I've been using for my wraparound to hold this. And maybe I'll actually get to do some log cabin quilting. On Wednesday, she puts up log cabin quilts. The other thing I've been doing is some dyeing, D-Y-I-N-G. And I'm going to take a piece of this and put it in my Society of Idea Collectors. And this was a white originally. It was as white as this. So you can see onion skin made it a really pretty tan. I probably will not onion skin dye again, because unless I really get inspired, because you can buy tan fabric. I just want to take a piece here, maybe a piece off of this. Yeah. Right here. So this was onion skin, and I have walnut, but I don't have walnut out here. I'm going to kind of start keeping track of my dye. And now I did not add anything to this other than it was red onion skins. And I was hoping it'd come out kind of pinkish, but it came out real tan. So, and it's a pretty tan. I mean, I'm not unhappy with the color. Now, I'll use it. I'll use it. So let me roll it up and tie it up. And then I've been collecting iris blooms. And I had at least a gallon bag of them. And I was not sure how to approach it, so I just broke off all the leaves and as much of the green part of the stem as I could, and I simmered them in water just like you would do anything else. I didn't do much research on it. The water itself turned a deep purple, but it did not dye purple. It dyed this, and this is kind of a yellow green. I put some alum in there. It's kind of a yellow tan green. It's not a bad color. It's here again, I like the natural colors. See, it's kind of a, I would say, a very light yellow green. Almost a tan, but it's not quite as tan as this. And these are very natural. These are very natural colors. See, here's the fabric. This is the fabric that I used for this. And you can see it did do some dyeing. So I'm going to snip off a piece of this and put it in my Society of Idea Collectors. Now, what I have going now is I saved some of that onion skin. Well, I wanted more than that. I'll save that out. I guess I'm not sure why that tore like that. This is kind of a woven fabric. It's kind of a homespun fabric. I think I'm going to cut it because I'm just going to put it in my journal. What I was going to say next. Oh, that onion skin, I did not save. I wish I would have now saved the iris, because I won't get any more iris till next year. Lord willing. And if the creek don't rise. Well, that's what they say. Lord willing, and if the creek don't rise. But I saved the juice, the leftover of the onion skin, and I'm just dyeing some papers, and they're in the oven now. They're turning out pretty good. I didn't put it's not eco dyeing. I don't have tree branches or anything like that in there. I'm going to skip several pages here. Looks like I was topic Japanese boral stitching. Looks like I started a mind map here. I'll have to come back to that. This is, and speaking of Japanese boral, we did that last week, and I want to do the circles. And what I do is I'm doing the same thing that I did last week. I showed it. I'm not going to get it out again. I showed it last week, I think on Tuesday morning. Was it Monday or Tuesday? I did a front porch video, flip through. And I think I'll put it like this. I forgot what I was saying. I guess it wasn't important. The next thing I want to dye, I want to put my walnut ink in here. I've got some walnut dyed fabric. I don't know if I have any out here or not. I think it's all in the other room. But I'm going to start. I haven't put, well, I put a little bit of alum in this because I wasn't sure I was going to get any color at all out. And I had read where they add alum to, I guess it wasn't the iris, it was the Japanese not the boral, the plant. The word escapes me right now. But they added alum to it to get a green, and I was thinking I would get more of a green. I kind of got a light greenish yellow out of it. Almost a light ivory tan almost. I don't know. Indigo, Japanese indigo, that's the word I was thinking of. Let's see, my chat is not moving. Let me refresh my chat. Chat filter, all messages. Hi, Darla. Barb says, I love your bright ideas. This is actually Society of Idea Collector, and you know where we get that from? Miss Dee Dee Willingham. Check my fingernails here. I've been out in the yard today, so please forgive any. And I'm hoping that this will hold it. I think it will. I'm not going to put a bottom piece on there. And thank Laura Vasquez for the double-sided tape. Bless her heart. So the next dye that I want to try, I think will probably be avocado. And I'm going to first try it without adding much like vinegar and everything on it. I just want to do it natural. I'm going to cut this natural and see what happens. And then as I work along, if I work along, if I do more of it, I'll start experimenting. really, to tell you the truth, this is more for fun because we are so blessed with fabric, and you know, I could go to any quote store and probably buy fabric like this. So this is red onion skin. Nothing added to it. Nothing added. I know what I mean. And this is, I'm going to say purple iris because they are purple. They probably have a name for them, but purple iris alum added. So, and then I'll put when I find my walnut, I did a lot of walnut stuff, so it's here. I just don't have it at hand. So there is that. I wanted to get that done tonight. You have a gardener's hands. I've been trying to keep my fingernails reasonably short. So I want to work on postcards tonight. And I made 5 of them here. One for myself, one for Raul, Mina won one, and Katia won one, and one for Becky's mother. But I'm going to do one more for Teresa, because Teresa sent me a postcard. I got it in the mail today. So let me reach behind here and get I think my pattern's on this tray. And we're going to do that. I'm going to want to work on the fairy postcards. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I'll be on until I leave. Hi, Mina. Bearded iris. Thank you, Mina. So the way I do this is I just take a pencil, a lead pencil, graphite pencil, and I drew this goat off of the internet, off of Metropolitan Museum Open Access Library, off the Tree of Life. I'm going to move him over a little because we're going to put a tree and a flower there. And I drew him. The Tree of Life has several animals and plants, flowers, caterpillars, insects, butterflies. And I'll come back to the horns. It's a tapestry. I think it's silk on some sort of fabric. I want to say canvas, but I'm not sure about that. So I draw him on there, and then I go over him with my Tombow marker. So you guys can see him. And then I paint him out. Really doesn't take too long, but 5 of them, yeah. And this just helps me catch up a little with because I'm getting behind. And there's so much I want to do, but I don't want to have another drawing until I get these sent out. These and the fairies. Let's see, I think I did the back. I just need to do this tail. And the horns up here. And the other foot. If I just get a sense of where they are, then I can fill in the blanks. Okay, let's get my Tombow marker. I've been sorting stuff here. Now, I think I'll zoom in so you guys can see a little better. Hold on, I have to stand up to do that. I got a book in the way. What is that? I need to take some of these Christmas books and take them upstairs. Upstairs is another project. My poor brother, if something happens to me, I suppose he could just call 1-800-JUNK man. Have them come and clear it out. I wouldn't do that myself. Let me zoom in here. Mary, there you are, using my tape. Don't you like, well, excuse me for the ride here. I'm trying to get it zoomed in. Let's leave it there for now. Yeah, Angie. Hi, Katia. It's good to see you. Katia is our tatting instructor. Over on the online tatting class, she teaches the needle tatting. And she does an excellent, excellent job. Yeah. I'm just kind of filling in the spaces here. And this has been a holiday weekend, and I guess my dentist took an extra day because they weren't open today. I've got to call the dentist and change the referral that they gave me. I'm not looking forward to that. Got lots to do. I'm never bored. All right, this is his goatee. And I don't think I got his head here too well. An ear here, and an ear over here, and then the horns. Katia, I'm trying to catch up with these postcards so I can get them sent. And Teresa sent me a postcard, so I want to send her one back. Aw, he's a cute little goat. And he's got a pretty full back here. And the tail. Aw. And then I have to do this second layer of goat hair here. He needs a haircut. You guys watch the YouTube, every now and then I'll run across a video where they're either shearing a sheep or a llama or something, and they're all matted. That's what this reminds me of. He looks hot. All right, in here I've got a flower. Let's see, I think I'll move that over just a teeny bit. So this is a short week for those of you that work, unless you have to work the weekend. Let's see, and then I have a vine. Let's see, how does that come? It comes down, comes around this way, and wraps around this way. And goes up the tree and out this way. And then there's a tree. There's a tree in here. And then there's a vine that I made going this way. Whoops. There we go. And then I got grass growing here. All right. Whew, I'm glad I turned that fan on. It's warm in here. Let me outline this, and then we'll do some, we'll paint it, and then I'll paint the goat. And Teresa, I think, had mentioned, because I'm using a dark blue in here, put stars in there with a white pen. So I might try that. Give it a little sparkle, a little star shine. And I might, I'm not happy with the pink here. I think it's too dark. I might lighten up the pink flower a little. I'm using the Sharpie creative markers to do this. This is all Raul's fault, you know that. He said, he wanted a fairy, and I said, I've already had the drawing for the fairy. I said, you have to come to my streams to win something. And he said, yeah, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning for me. We might change that, Raul. But anyway, I told him I'd do something off the Tree of Life, and he chose the goat. At first, he chose a peacock. I did a peacock for him a couple years ago. And I thought he probably chose that peacock to match the one that he has, to, you know, the same type of theme. But when he saw the goat, he said he'd take the goat. So here I am doing 5 more goats. But still, it's all Raul's fault that you guys are getting goats. You can blame Raul if you don't like your goat. All right, then there's, in here, I've divided. In fact, I might take the lighter green because it's hard to see between the dark green and the blue sky. So let's get out my markers. Katia says, I hope you're enjoying your food, Angie. What is Angie says? Every time someone comes on, all I do is eat. Angie. I had a salad tonight. I didn't make that salad till about 7 o'clock. I don't know why I was so late, but I had a late supper. I had to make the salad. I had to wash the lettuce, and it's got lettuce and peppers and tomatoes in it. I want to put an onion in it, but I didn't get that done. So I get mixed up on the blues and the greens here, but we'll get them all out. And that's white. This is the red. I think that's the dark green. White. I need a gray for the tree. I think that's the gray. I think that's the black. No. What color? That's the purple. And that's the black. I need the yellow, white, and the cream. And you guys have heard me chat about the paint markers, what I like and don't like about them. So I won't go into that again. Let's do, I think I did the blue first because that's pretty. The dark blue is pretty standard. Let's see, I think I forgot something here though. I need a branch going up this way. All right. And I need a paper. I tore a bunch of these book pages out of the sewing book to onion skin dye for a junk journal, I guess. And since I'm painting this, I'm going to make this leaf larger. And before I go to bed tonight, I got the oven set. I had it at 170. And then I have my papers in an aluminum, one of those aluminum baking roasters that you get at the dollar store. And I just poured the juice around the papers. It's just discoloring them. I might get a few drip marks. Now, let's see. I'll put in some grass in here. I do like the control I can get with these markers. I feel like I get more control than I would even with a paintbrush. Now, just because I'm doing this as for, well, because Teresa sent me a postcard, doesn't mean she'll get this one. Because once I get them done, what I do is I kind of turn them upside down and go through the names so that I'm not picking this one to this person and this one to, you'll get what my head picks. My hand picks. I don't say I'm going to send this one to, and we were chatting about this the other night, how I could put tatting on there. And we decided we'd put a piece of tatting in the goat's mouth. Like he's chewing up my tatting. That old goat. Now, we're going to actually bring this horizon down a little here and in here. Make the goat's head pop a little. Yeah, if you get the outline, like what I'm doing now, then it's real easy to go in and fill in the middle part. And I do like the flow of these markers. I like the flow. And I like how they don't streak. They blend in with my other lines that I've done. I don't see any streaking. Put a little sky behind the tree there. So you might get these and give them a try. And I did squirt some water on some the other night just to see, and they are water soluble. So you might play with that. They don't mix very well. You can, but it's not easy. They're kind of a one tone, all different hues, but one tone. So when you do this, the drawings and the paintings are very, what I call flat. There's no, now Dee Dee Willingham would probably go in, and I see I didn't finish coloring this one in. Oh, I know what happened. My phone ran out and I quit. Is that what happened there, or did I just forget that? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't color this tree in either. I must have just quit because those three aren't done. This one's done and this one's done. But if you glance at the Real Simple magazine, you will see a lot of their illustrations are one-tone illustrations. They're different hues, you know, like blue, red, green, all of that, but they're one tone. There's not a lot of shading and all of that. Now I think this is a blue, a light blue, and I think these are the greens. But I don't know which is dark and the light. I'm thinking that might be a blue. This might be the green. I think so. I think this is the light green. No, that's gray. We'll save that for the tree. That's the blue. I think I have it now. No, that's blue. Looks green to me. The cap looks green. Maybe I have the wrong cap on it. Let's try this one. This one looks green. That's the light green. This has to be the dark green. All right, that's blue. It looks green. Well, could be me, but it even looks green. That's blue. It looks green there too, to my eyes. Maybe I've got a little touch of, huh? Let's see, but what I was going to do with my lighter green, which I believe is this one, I want to come in on these that I've already done and put another layer of green behind them to break up the sky and the ground in the background. Something like that. Won't be perfect. All right, there are those two. I need to do the gray trees here. Oh, I think I stopped here for some reason. I can't remember why. I know my phone went out on me, but I think I was doing some, was I doing these? Can't remember what I was doing when my phone went out and I got tired and quit. That one. on that one. His tail. All right. Now let's do the tree, which is gray. That's blue. That's pink. That's yellow. That's red. That's blue. Well, I had the gray one. What did I do with it? Let's do the tree. And these won't be perfect. You'll probably see places that I missed when you get yours. They'll say, Meri, you didn't color between the lines. I'm not a color person. I don't color like in the coloring books and everything. I don't have the patience for it. I want to move on. Now these will be outlined with my black. I'm doing trees. I'll go ahead and do the tree on this one. Whew! It's warm in here and I have the fan going right on me. I'm sweating up a storm. I had to close the door. In the spring, before we turn on the air conditioning, I open the front door, and I usually close it in the evening. Close up shop. Let me come out and look at chat here. Let me finish this. Two more to do. Let me refresh my chat. Top messages. I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight. I might get tired and quit. I might go forever. Hi, Derby. Derby did a lovely rose. Did you draw that rose too, Dare? It was beautiful. Hi, Kitty Jen. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Derby. Angie's here. Lugia says, Sharpie needs to sponsor Meri. Whenever I watch, there's something cool she uses, and then I go to Amazon. I wouldn't mind being sponsored, but I don't know if they sponsor people. Sharpie. I don't know. I wouldn't mind being sponsored by them, but psst, I use Pen Plus Cure an awful lot, the Walmart brand. But I do use Sharpies. I use the S-Gel pens. I use the fine point Sharpies. I don't use the markers so much, the felt tip markers, the permanent ink markers. But I like these. I like these paint pens. And I think they got some other type of creative. Do you know what they are, Allie K? Because I'll have to get them. I don't think they're paint pens. They're not a permanent marker either. They're a creative marker. I thought I saw on Walmart. I have to buy one and see what it is exactly. Ellie, I sent your goat out today, Jen says. This is where Jen came in. Angie says, there are 3 teenagers, an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. My nephew and his girlfriend. 3 kids are his. The 4-year-old is hers, and 1 teenager is the girlfriend of my great nephew. Oh my goodness, Allie K, sounds like you have a good house full. Thank you, Allie, for dropping the link. Angie says they've called 3 or 4 times. We've been talking, where can you see we see each other. They want to see the world today, and he called me, and Mom could watch the dolphin swim. I'm not sure what Angie is. Angie's talking about her family. They went to Florida for a week. And she hasn't had to cook for them, so they'll be back on Saturday. You can get some rest, Angie. Katia, it's double chocolate cake. Ooh, now that sounds good. You like the goats, Mina? Ha ha. Oh, you're good to me, Mina. This is where Katia came in. I think I'm caught up with you guys. Let me go down to the bottom. You did draw that. Oh. You're an excellent artist there. That rose was beautiful. I know Derbia's in our tatting. She's been in our tatting classes. And she's an excellent tatter, too. Now, I'm not planning on going anywhere this week. I did all my running around last week. Going here, going there, doing this, doing that. I do need to go to the library this week. I have some books I need to return. We need to get out and chop down the volunteer trees that are popping up. I'm going to have to get out my tatting needles. I'm going to have this goat chew on some tatting. And I'll probably want to put flowers or butterflies or something on the fairy postcards. So I think I'll be tatting. I got my journal page done early. Usually I'm still working on my stitch journal page on Friday. Sometimes it's even Saturday before I get it done, but I got it done pretty quick this week, so maybe I'll get out my tatting needles and do some tatting. Now, I think I'm caught up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm caught up with the tree trunks. Let's do the flower and let's do the vines here. I'm putting them in yellow just because it kind of looks tan against and yellow. It works. I could do them in green, but the yellow just kind of gives it another layer of color. So there's that one. This one needs, well, this is the one I started tonight. Yeah, if you have an extra 20, go to Walmart or Amazon and pick up a set of these 12 for 19 something or other. They are fun to work with, these creative markers. That one I'm still working on. I was thinking we should do a group list sometime. When, we haven't done a group list in a long time. Maybe we'll do that Friday night. Alrighty. One more. I didn't get the branch in here. See how that yellow went right over that blue? I didn't have a bit of trouble with it. And you'll probably see some white spaces in here. I will be outlining these, but now let's finish this guy up, and then I will then I'll do the goat and the flower. Pretty much done. Oh, the stars in the background. I'll make sure I have the green here. So I'm going to put that up there. That's the light green. Don't want to lose it. And this is the dark green. Or is it this? No, that's the gray. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, except I wanted that light green first. Light green in here. These postcards are fun to do. I was thinking I would shake it up a little and do something else, but postcards seem to keep me pretty busy. Oops, that's a blue. Where's my dark green? That's a dark blue. We could splatter on these. After I worked so hard, splatter. And change it up a little. The Gia says she likes using the Sharpie's metallic markers. I've used the Pen Plus Gear. They have a set of 4. I don't know if I've used Sharpie's metallic markers before. I'm going to have to check them out. I might have used the gold one. I might have I remember using it, but I haven't done anything in gold for a long time. So tomorrow is Wednesday. We know Becky usually comes on at 12:30 Eastern, but Ann Lar is on before her, so she usually waits until Ann is off, so around that time. And Dee Dee comes on in the morning at 8:30 Eastern. And who else comes on Wednesday? I think I want to say Art Junkie comes on sometime on Wednesdays. We were having the tatting class on Wednesday, so I kind of got out of the Wednesday mode of watching stuff. And gosh, I don't know if do any of you guys come on Wednesday nights? Any of our, you guys know who come on? You're welcome to share it. I'd have to look at my list. I have to go to the library tomorrow. I don't know if I'll catch Becky live or not. They changed their hours though, so if they're open in the morning, I'll have to check and see when they're open. If they're open in the morning, I'll go in the morning. I didn't do a very good job on that tree. Where that gray is. Is that the gray or the blue? That's the blue. Okay. So now let's put a yellow center in the flower and the green leaves up here. Oops, that's the gray. Where's the light green? See, I always have to check. I think this is it. That's the gray again. What did I have? Good thing these mark over each other. I'm just going to make that green too. Okay. So now, oh, what do I have here? Have I finished him enough? I think I have. All right. I'm going to finish the goat ones tonight for sure. Maybe we'll get a start on the fairy wings at least. Now what I want to do is paint out the, what do I want to do? I think I'll do the pink flowers first because I don't like the pink of those flowers. Becky sent me some pink. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, this is it. I think I reached right for it. It's a deco art. No, that's a metallic red, which looks pink. We could use that, but Georgia clay. Did I put the pink back in the right spot? I need to sort these paints out again. I got fine line applicator and glue, and where's my pink? I'm looking. I might have to mix a white and a red. I'd like to use the pink that Becky gave me. But if I can't find it. Wait, what's this? This is a orange. Orange. I don't want to hunt forever for it. Let's just mix. That's gold. Let's just mix one. Let me do one more turn of the I don't see it. I need some white. That's daffodil. Here, I got a big white. I need a better white than that, though. That's an old white. What's this? Here. And some waxy paper. We're going to do the flowers. These over here. Let me refresh chat. My chat on this phone does not scroll. There's Beth Schuler. Hi, Beth. Hi, Debbie Wooten. She's just stopping by to give a thumbs up and to say hi. Debbie, you are you the person that's in Sioux City, Iowa? Are you up north? In Nebraska, Sioux City, up that way. It's good to see you. She may have already left. Beth Schuler popped in. She says, I remember when Aunt Beck did Dirty Dozens on Wednesday night. Yeah. Angie said she's fallen asleep. Sweet dreams, Angie. Allie K said, I think there's a Sharpie S-Note markers and a copy of the Zebra mild liner. Oh, I'm going to have to check those out, Allie K. That might have been what I saw. Beth says, Mary, Mary, Mary. Did someone say list? I said list, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I think I'll do a list on Friday night, Beth. Dual tip, chisel, and fine. I don't think they're paint pens. Yeah. Oh, they look like the regular markers? I'm going to have to go check because I don't want to say anything. I looked at them. I almost bought them, and then I said, oh, these aren't the paint pens, and I put them back. Don't want the metallic. I'm going to put that back up here. So we're going to do a light pink. Let me get a... Shall I mix my color with a spatula this time? I got 2 spatulas. I'm looking for a little paintbrush. That'll work. I bought an extra spatula at the craft store, at the Dollar Tree. Oh, these are the other Sharpie creative pens. Maybe that's what they were, creative pens. Yeah, I might have looked at it and saw the word creative, and you know that, and then I realized they weren't markers. Now I don't need a whole lot of I don't like mixing this way. I have to tell you, I'd much rather mix it with my brush. Because I get it all over a palette knife, and then I have to clean that off, and I'd just rather just mix it like this. All right, we're going to redo these flowers because I'm not happy with them. Although that's not white enough for me. Almost the same color. Now, let me get a towel. I don't like a loaded brush. Let me. See, that's a pretty pink, but by the time you put it on, well, it's pretty enough, but it kind of flattened it out. The ones that are already painted didn't do what I wanted it to do. Let's see what these are. A little more red and a little more red. Yeah, a little more red on my. I don't know. They're not exactly doing what I want them to do. We're going to leave them though. They're not bad. Might just make them white. Too much paint on there. Too much in there. I'll probably be fooling with these flowers till I get them how I like them. Not too bad. What list? I haven't done a list yet, Jen. I was saying it's about time we did one, and I think I'll do one on Friday night. A group, I call them group lists. We used to do them all the time with Society of Idea Collector. Kind of got out of the art journaling mode. I did work in my, I did put my dye fabrics in my Society of Idea Collector tonight, though. I kind of like them white. Pink just isn't doing it for me. Kind of matches the goat. A pink goat? I've never seen a pink goat. I never want to see one. I'm not going to tell you this, I'd rather see the bee one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed this one. Well, put my hand in it. And I'm going to outline these so it'll pop out. I was killing dandelions in the yard today. Oh my gosh. Once you get at it, you see one, you kill it. You turn your back and there's another one. You turn around and there's another one. And I worked out in the walnut patch underneath the walnut tree this morning. I think I'm going to try to plant some of my Japanese indigo out there. Did I do this one? Yeah, that's the one I made all white. I'm going to add a little more pink to it. I think if I do a white background and put a pink center, that's the trick to these. Get too much paint on my brush. I'm not trying to be a masterpiece artist here. I just want some flowers. I want some flowers. Let the white kind of be the edge and the pink in the petal. Kind of makes them a little dimensional. One more. Just wait till she gets to the goat. She'll be hemming and hawing. No, he's not going to be a pink goat. All right. So, let's wash out that brush. Legia says, Kitty Jen, I'm wondering too, what's this list? I've only been following Meri for a few months. Oh. Do I have something in my... Dee Dee Willingham started me on lists when she started her Society of Idea Collectors. Let me get out my... I had it out. Here, hold it. I got these books all messed up. While these are kind of drying, let me put this in the water. All right. Let me put these up here. I don't want to put my book in paint. Hold on. Hopefully that won't blow. Okay. Dee Dee Willingham, she hasn't done it for a long time, but she has a whole series that she calls the Society of Idea Collectors. And she's got a playlist if you're interested. But one of the things that she does in connection with that is make lists. Let me turn this down a little here so you can see the whole book. This is I think this is my third Society of Idea. I know it is. Journal. And I created this one in 2022, and I haven't been doing much. Well, I've got quite a bit in here, though. But for those of you who haven't seen this, this is what's fun. This is one of those little Tim Holtz lights. And you go off, on. Well, I got to get a hold of it here. This is a light bulb for bright ideas. On, off, on, off, on, off, on. See the bright ideas flickering there? And the reason I did that was because Dee Dee was doing a Society of Idea Collector, and she found one of those light bulbs at Hobby Lobby, I think. And she said, Mary, look, on, off, on. And hers was a light bulb. And she blinked it on, she blinked it off. This journal is getting its wear, let me tell you. Broke off some of that. I think I have some of this left, this trim. But, so I saw Dee Dee's light bulb, and I said, I need to do something like that on my journal cover. So this is my light bulb that I turn on, and it's got a piece of acetate over it. It's held up good for the last 2 years. Let me move that paint. Now let's see if I can find a list. But the list is one of the things that Dee Dee does for Society of Idea Collector. And what she does, list for Inktober 2022. This is my list of things that I wanted to do for Inktober. And I was doing, my theme was game pieces. And I have a whole bunch of game pieces here. I'm not going to read them all, but I got chess pieces, Monopoly pieces, miscellaneous, the cards, the bingo cards, just Chinese checkers, doll, poker chips. I think the doll was part of the Monopoly pieces. Here is a list for, oh, this is where I was going to carve them. I carved a few of them. Find another list. Here's some of my stamp. I carved the pawns here and the checkers. This is batik. This isn't list, but this is my Society of Idea. This is the type of things I put in the Society of Idea Collector journal. I'm looking for another list because I have some that Dee Dee, they're in here someplace. Christmas. And well, I could tell you, I have a index at the back here. Let's see if I can find lists. Find the page number where I have lists. Hopefully they're in this journal. Current project list, 2027. So this is not a group list. This is my list that I did of my current projects that I was working on. Hopefully I wanted to, and the status, December daily, paper dolls started. It's still not finished. Big book sketching started. That's that big book where I do all those portraits. I did finish some things. Christmas postcards, faux Polaroid ATC swap. The bug caboodle. I was doing caboodles with Rosemary's caboodles that she sells. The bug one. I wouldn't say I have started here, but I would say that's probably pretty much done. I still have stuff to put in it, but I've developed that pretty much. Tunisian crochet along with Becky. The same thing there. I don't know if I did every block, but I did an awful lot of them. The Tunisian crochet along with Becky was one of my projects. So these are the type of things that I do for lists. But we also do group lists, and I want to see if I can find one. List animal envelope giveaway. This is not, again, this is not a group list. I guess the group lists, I probably do them on paper. They're probably in one of my journals. I'm not sure I can put my hands on. What page was that? Page 30. 22. But you get an idea. Oh, I haven't filled it out. List. I don't have my list very well developed in this. I showed you the game pieces. Current project list. I guess I can't show you much in here for lists. I don't know if I can put my hands on another book here. I thought I had it in this journal though with Dee Dee Willingham. Must not have been this journal. Must have been my other one. Because she does lists with the Society of Idea Collectors, and she'll have a list of people or a list of transportation, a list of, and we've done a lot of different lists. Things you can do with a sheet of paper, I think is one that we did. I had a shoe, an old shoe, and I asked you guys what I could do with that old shoe. And gosh, man, I wish I could put my hands on some of that stuff right off the bat. I can't. Well, here's my very first, if I can get it without having a craft-a-lanch, my very first Society of Idea Collector journal. It should have some lists in it. This is my very first Society of Idea Collector journal. And it's full. This one was just a composition book. It's held up well over the years. Let's see what date. What date do I have in here? I don't have the indexes as well developed in here. This is a rubber stamp that Dee Dee gave me. An ink and glasses and a pen. Here's the light bulb that I drew there. There's another stamp in there. But see, here's where I very first started learning about mind mapping from Dee Dee. Topic, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Those are the questions. Colors, a list of all the colors. One of our homework projects was lists. Questions, YouTube notes. I want to find a list here. Here's, this is October. I think this is where I was developing the story for, oh gosh. Sebastian, my story about the spider. And here's one of my mind maps. Who, what, when, where, why, how. And I got all sorts of scribble notes in there. And then I scribble sketch. And here's actually a print of Sebastian, the spider. He and his flying squirrel friend went trick-or-treating on the moon. And here's another. These aren't lists. This is mind mapping. This is where I was mind mapping for my story that I wrote. And that story is out there on a playlist, but I had to make it children related because it was written for children. Here's some lists. People, place, and things. These are Dee Dee's. These were done in Dee Dee's, I think. This is homework. Society of Idea Collectors in August of 2017. So we did a whole list of people, the occupations like brain surgeon, nurse, librarian, and then places like the Pacific Ocean, Seattle, things, cameras, shelves, plates. We make a whole bunch of everything you could think of with that topic, like people, place, and thing. Then what you do is, it's fun to either ask random org or ask your friend to give you a number between, I've got 50 here, 1 and 50. Let's do that now just for the fun of it. We're not going to develop anything, but somebody give me 3 numbers between 1 and 50. I'm waiting. Maybe I need to scroll my chat here. I need 3 numbers between 1 and 50. Somebody spit them out for me. 1, 11, and 49. Okay, I'm going to take Kathy Whitney's. So you would take, the first one I got as a kindergarten girl. And 11 would be, for the thing, would be recliner. And then, for the place would be the recliner. For the thing, it would be 49, which would be stones and rocks. So you either would do a little drawing of a little girl in a recliner, maybe using a stone for a pillow. And you would develop that into a sketch. And indigo is a color, huh, Marguerite? So you could do a little sketch, and it's a way to develop ideas. But we've done a lot of I call them group lists, but I don't know if I have done any group lists in here. Maybe I did. Let's go back to the back. Gosh, it's fun to look at all this. This is where I went to the old trusty antique show. And they always have a library sale. Let's see. Here's where I was doing a sketch of Penelope. I'm looking for a list in here. This is what I used to make those eggs. I did egg shape, Fabergé eggs, and I used that for the egg shape. This is just some of my sketching here. I'm looking for a list that we did. I think I did most of my lists in my journals themselves. This is in my art journals, which are all in the other room. Here's a sketch I did of the solar eclipse in 2017. This is my brother and me and our neighbors. Our neighbors moved away. He's passed away now. His wife is probably still living, but she's probably in Phoenix or someplace. But I did a memory sketch. And this is all about the solar eclipse zine. This is the spider story. Did we do a list? I think we did a mind map on the... I don't think we did a list with this. I'm looking for a group list. I think I did most of those in my journals themselves, rather than in my Society of Idea Collector. Ideas for, this is a list of my own. I've been looking for this. I bought a journal, you guys. It's in the other room. It's a big fat leather bound journal, and it's fat, like 600 pages. And I'm going to write my memoirs in it. But in my Society of Idea Collector in 2017, I started making a list of as many memories that I could think of. Starting out with, my very first memory was of my dad and my older brother and my older sister. My dad taught school, and we lived in a small town, and I can shut my eyes. I wasn't ready to go to school yet. I was a toddler. I was probably 3 or 4, and I wanted to go with them so bad. And I can remember running out they were walking down. They walked. We lived in close enough to the school to where they could walk to school. And I remember my mommy calling me back and saying, "You can't go, Mary. Come in and play with your dolly now." That was my very first memory. I probably had memories before there that I don't recall. This is more Nebraska memories. These are a list of as many memories as I could think of. Got a whole list of them. I'm going to go back to that because I'm going to write my memoirs. I'm looking for a group list, though. I'm sure that we've got them, but I'm not sure I put them in my society. See, I draw light bulbs when I get an idea. I'm looking for a group list. But you guys get an idea, and then these are some of my very first mind maps. We won't get into mind mapping tonight. Mind maps are fun to do as group mind maps. We've done that before. Gosh, I'm going to have to get this book out and read it. Got a lot of notes here. I'm looking. I just don't think I put a lot of my lists in the Society of Idea Collector. I should have. Little parts. This is where Dee Dee was, this was in 2000 and, what do I have? I don't know what, oh, SOIC. Dee Dee did, this was several years ago, but she had she took an album and, you know, with all the plastic page dividers, and she would put all of her little bits and pieces in there. She called them syllables. That was one of her things. See, I've got a tab for lists, but I don't think, I'm still looking for it. Window, writing. What's this? Writing. Brainstorms. Here's carving. This is December daily. This is one of my first December dailies. I mean, yeah, not December daily. Carved December that I did. And these were all my sketches. And these are a fourth of a circle, and you're supposed to be able to put them together and make an ornament. Lists. I don't have many. Lists, well, we mind map lists. List of pics to FC. I don't know what 2FC means. Book. Poems and rhymes. The pic, the description, the size. Young boy jumping, medium, small. A girl, side portrait. I think this is one we did in Dee Dee's. This would be a group list, but I think this was done by Dee Dee. So, I'm not sure what 2FC means. I make these abbreviations, and then 5 years later, I don't know what they mean. But the picture and the description, and then the size. So a young boy jumping, medium and small would be the size. A girl, side portrait, large. I think that's supposed to be boy again. Side portrait, large. Girl, seated, knees up, medium, small. Boy, asleep, pillow head, large. So you just go down the list, and you probably number these and then ask for people to give you numbers, and it's a fun thing to do. The purpose behind it is to generate ideas. Like my whole Sebastian story was made off of, and the mind map was made off of a list. This is the mind map. And I scribble. When I do, and I scribbled a lot in this journal, but a lot of my journals, when my ideas come, they come fast and furious. And this was my very first Society of Idea Collector. Look, I got more stuff in here. It got too big for its pants. Maybe I got some, what do I have in here? Oh, I think this was an index that I started. This was an index. That's index. Topic. I think this was all index stuff. Junk journal. Yeah. And then what do you have in here, Mary? I don't even remember. I think this says Sandhill Journey. This was from my trip, my 350 junk, I think they call it a junk jaunt in September. I think these are from, well, there's a light bulb. And I guess there's just stuff in here that inspired me at the time. What is that, Mary? Butterflies. The Flight of the Butterflies. Fiji. Oh, lunch. Japanese steakhouse. This was a picture of a man showing a boy how to shuck corn. State Historical Society. Oh, naming room after Harvard man. I live in Harvard, Nebraska. Newspaper clipping. I say this brochure because I like how it was cut out there. Or I cut it out there. I don't remember. I think it was already cut out there. I can't remember. Oh, and look at this, you guys. This is our original, I think it is. No, it's not. This is a mind map of a story I was going to tell off of a picture. Is a picture in there? I thought this was the mind map of, no, this is a mind map of letters. I think we did this in class. I mean in class. We did this, I think, in one of the streams. I did it off of a stream. Topic is letters. And here's the letter. This is what I thought it was. It's nice to see it, though. I have someplace the original sketch that we did of Phibbsville, which is now Fibdiggity. It's not in here, I guess. It's here somewhere. I should get out all my own journals, because there's a lot. I wish I could share more lists with you. But they're in my journals, and I put my journals in the other room, and I don't want to go dig one out. Maybe I'll dig one out Friday night. But you guys get an idea. It's just a list of things. You pick a people, transportation thing, place, and then you do the number thing, and then you develop your idea, either a sketch or a story or some type of artwork based on those things on the list. Oops, I guess one of these rubber bands went around this way. I should get these out. I've got another one. This is the very first one. That's not going to work. This is the very first Society of Idea Collector that I'd done. And it's a mess. But I love the mess. It's a messy, it's a beautiful mess. I've got another one that's a ring binder type thing, spiral bound, and then I got the other one that I'm working in now. I like the Society of Idea Collector. Boy, I wish I could find that other one. I'd love to. I know I have one. I know that I have lists in it. Group lists with, and I know I have group lists that we've done in my journals. Let me come back out to chat. Yeah, what a great map. I thought that was Fibdiggity, but it's not. That was a mind map of letters. And I'm thinking we did that in one of my live streams, but it could be that I did it when I was working with Jerry Bellini. I don't know if we did a session on mind mapping or not. I can't remember. It's been a while. But there it is. Let me refresh chat and see what you guys are saying. Top messages. Chat filter, all messages. Hi, Gigi. Welcome in. Hi, Kathy Whitney. Yeah, 2017. That's 7 years ago. They fly by fast, don't they, Kathy? Gigi says, good morning from Sweden. Good morning, Gigi. This is where I asked for 3 numbers. Look at all that writing. Yeah, boy, that's Sebastian's story. And he's there in a playlist. And every Halloween, I put a link to the playlist. And I think I had to, I can't remember if I put him, when Kappa came, and because that playlist it's really a children's story. It's about a spider and his little flying squirrel that goes trick-or-treating. And then I did a painting, and I told the story while I was painting the different pictures. And that was all developed out of the Society of Idea Collectors. I should do more of those stories. Kappa, because I was really interested in writing and illustrating children's stories, but Kappa got in the way of it all, and I kind of veered off of it because I didn't want to get in trouble with the federal government. So what am I doing? I'm doing postcards. Kathy said, I'm all about lists. My kids have teased me for years, calling me the list lady. Yeah, I have a book from Somerset. It's one of their Bella Grace magazines. It's all about lists. I'll have to get that out for Friday night. Maybe we'll take one of their topics and develop it. Yeah, but, you can do lists for yourself, grocery lists. We could do a list of the different kind of lists. List of books that you've read, list of places that you'd like to do, the 101 things you want to do before you die, that type of thing. List of flowers you have in your garden, list of flowers native to your state, a list of insects that fly. Beth said you've never seen that journal? Well, Beth, let's see. You started your channel, 5 years ago? So this journal, I did this in 2017. So I think this is a little bit before you came on YouTube. Because 5 years ago would have been what? This is 2024, would have been, 2019? Yeah, Beth Schuler's been on YouTube for 5 years this year, so give her a big congratulations. Have you reached your 1,000 subscriber goal yet? She was shooting for 1,000 subscribers. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Beth Schuler, Beth, you can drop a link to your channel if you want. And if you're watching on replay, if you happen to hear this and you're not subscribed, Beth Schuler does a lot of interesting things on her channel. She does a lot of games. She does paint nights and sketching, and she has swaps, and she's got a lot of participation on her channel, so she's a good channel to watch if you're interested. Schuler. Let's see. Kathy said hi. Beth Sheeler said, growing up in the country, we always had dandelions and violets in our yard. Mom got a bouquet every other day. Every other day. We got violets. The violets are almost as ubiquitous as the dandelions. But I leave the violets because they wander and they propagate, but they're not as pesty as the dandelions. We wouldn't have any yard left if I got rid of the clover, the dandelions, and the violets. And my brother, he won't till, and he did out in the front here when they dug up this yard, and he had to till and plant grass. But he's just, anything extra like that, he doesn't want to put forth the effort. And so, you know, we have dandelions, violets, and clover. There's grass left from probably the people that lived here before. There's grass, but it's quickly being taken over. But I'm getting out there and at least killing as many dandelions, pulling up by the roots. I got that Grandpa's weeder, and it's working really well. Grandpa's weeder. Let's get my goats out here. I've got 6 of them. Teresa's going to get one now, and Becky's mom, and Raul, and me, and Mina, and Katia. That's where all the goats are going. Oh, Legia said I had to say goodnight. She works, so Legia says, Jen, I'm wondering too, what's this list? That's where it got me all up on the Society of Idea Collector. Yeah, if you're interested in list and list making and everything, Dee Dee is a good one to follow. Her Society of Idea Collector playlist. All right, we're going to do the goats. And this paint is probably, well, I'm going to get out new paint. So, we don't want pink goats. I think the goats were very interesting because they're very stylized, and even let me get out of this. Let me go to my tab here. The goat is down here, and see, he's tan, but it's almost, they stitched it, so he's almost a straight line of tan and a straight line underneath here, and they mean that to be shadow, and shadow underneath of his legs and in there. So I will probably not do straight lines across there for the goats, but I want tan, and I don't want red, so let me get out the, I think I had my hands on some honey brown. Well, the espresso would work with white for tan. And let me get out another piece of wax paper. What color of eyes do goats have? Brown eyes? Dark eyes? I think they probably have dark colored eyes. Don't you think? What color are goats' eyes? And let's see what I have for brushes here. They're in the water. This one is a wider one. And that's a thinner one. This one might be, this is a round one, but that might be what I want. So we're going to mix the tan first, I think. And probably do white around and over it. We'll experiment with this one. And I want my paper under it. I don't know what I did with the one I was using, so maybe this is it. I doubt it. I tore up this sewing book. What was I doing? I think I did sewing postcards. And so I went in, and this is all about irons here. I went in and I want to get rid of some of these books. I buy them for art, and they're beginning to stack up on me, and I need to use it or lose it. Shake this up. Did Sharon pop in? Hi, Sharon. Welcome in. Welcome in, Sharon. Oh, Sharon, I have the little Santa Claus. I need to get him sent off to you. Sharon says, yes, Mary. What's keeping you? Not laziness. I'm not lazy. It's just I'm not motivated. I need to get stuff mailed. Mailing is hard for me. I don't know why. Never used to be that way. All right, so he had a tan back. So I'm just going to kind of and I'm going to put some white in there too. And let's see. Yeah, hold on. I don't like a loaded brush. Can't do anything. Really, it gets lighter in here. And then there's more tan underneath. So tan acts as a shadow. And I'm trying to make it textural, like goat hair. I'm going to grab some more of this in here. And I'll come in and outline everything in black again because these aren't meant to be, it's not meant to be a portrait of a goat. It's meant, and it wasn't even on the textile. It's very, like I said, it was very stylized. I like mixing with my brush. You're not supposed to mix paint with your brush, but it works for me. Gosh, it's been a while since I've done anything with acrylics. It's been a while. This may not look like a goat by the time I get done with it. Might look like a mop. Yeah. Put some of that tan around his neckline here. Now, his face, well, let's do this. His face was a mixture. Now, let me get my phone out. And let's see if I can go to screen prints. Here, I think I screen printed him. Picture, sketchbook, Where's my screenshots? Here he is. Come on, flip. So he's got white in here around this chin, white on his ears. He's got white. He's got a white streak there. I got kind of a light streak in there. Yeah, only mine isn't as stylized. He's kind of jaggedy hair there, more. Let's see, let me set this here. Get paint all over it. So he's got white around his eye, right in there. A little bit of white coming in here, white on his horns. But it's got some tan on his horns too. It's got these kind of tannish lines like that. And then he's got around in here, he's around his eye, around, coming down this way, coming down his nose. And a little bit underneath of this. I'm using the same brush for everything. And here again, this is not meant to be detailed photo representation of a goat. It's a piece of art. And it's a piece of art that I'm working off of, too. You know, that's a tapestry that I'm working off of, a picture of a tapestry. Now I'll load my brush. Now his eye on there is, here again, it's a piece of needlework. And his eye is white and tan, outlined in black. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to make his eye, I could make it a brown, like that. Just, no, I don't like that. Make it a dark color. Yeah, I get out of, yeah. My black is so juicy, this black. No, I have another black in there. No, I think that's a dark, that's a burnt umber. I need to get an update on my paints. I don't need a whole lot of black, I just need, but it's so juicy. See, it's running. That's all I want to do. I'm going to wash out my brush. Do I need to zoom in again? I think I zoomed out when I did that Society by Did Collector. Let me zoom back in. And I need to work on his nose and his mouth, his head a little more. Yep. A decent brush. And it's so warm in here, my paint dries up on me before I'm even ready to rock and roll here. I need to put some water in this cup. Probably spill it. Now, when I get my black lines on there, a lot of this will be detailed. What time is it? It's 11:30 here. Put a little bit more water in there. Oh, I got off chatting on Society by Did Collectors and Lists. This is how I used to always do my streams. Artwork. But I never really quite get all done. Never quite really get them all done. Let's see, I think his cheek comes out a little bit more there. A little more tan. My paints are drying up on me. Alrighty. I got a little blue to touch up there. Just make his tail a little more. Looking more like the tail. Do too much to him. He's not supposed to be. I think I'll set him aside and let him think about things for a while. Quite a difference between this one and this one. This one and this one. I'm zoomed way in so you can't see. Oh. Let's go back in here and start doing this again. I really haven't seen a goat close up, so I'm just kind of, and I haven't Googled any. I'm just kind of working off of that picture, that tapestry, that what they have there. Who popped in? Janet Burgess. Hi, Janet. She says, hi, Meri and everyone. I've been here just not feeling like chatting. Blessings to you all. It's good to see you, Janet. Janet is in the Slow Stitch group with K3N. If I remember right. I see her post every now and then. I see her post on Facebook, too, on her Facebook page. Are you doing every week, Janet, or do you just do periodically, or how do you, like I'm doing every Mondays. Janet says, thanks for the hi. Remember, thumbs up for Meri and good night. She must be tired tonight. Janet is from Canada. Janet Burgess. Aunt Beck would do a picture, then scan it and print copies to give away. Yeah, well, there's a lot of different ways to approach this. I don't have anything against that. I just don't do that. I kind of like doing original, they're originals of the same thing, if that makes any sense. And they all kind of take on their own personality. But it certainly would save time. It would save time to do it that way. I get tied up doing this, but you know. Yeah, my brush is getting dry. Get those postcards out of the way. And I'm getting kind of tired. It's 11:41. I might leave at 12 tonight. This isn't anything I'm going to do on a regular basis, although you might see me coming on later at night if I don't see anybody. I didn't see anybody on. I saw Beth Schuler on earlier tonight, but she'd already signed off when I signed in. And who is it, Dana or somebody else that usually comes on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m.? Dana and, I forget who it was, but I checked and I didn't see anybody streaming. I might do some late nights. I'm having an issue. I'm awake until about 3 in the morning, and then I fall asleep. And then I'm too tired to get up for my streams. That's kind of what's been happening. If you wonder why I haven't been streaming, hitting my streams, I don't sleep good. And I sleep good when I sleep. I don't my regular hours, but I think some of it stems from. I used to work the night shift, 12 to 7, and I've always been a bit of a night owl. Anyway. So, and I do those marathons. This is not going to be a marathon, but you might see me. It depends. I try to check to see if there's anybody that, I don't want to take anybody else's time. But I didn't stream this morning, so I thought I'd get some time in. So I'll probably go until 12 and call it a day. Probably get this goat done. Let's see, that other goat, I made him. See, I've got kind of a fat chin there, and I remember saying, and see, I can kind of paint that and narrow it out a little more. And let's do that with some brown in here. I think so. Only I don't want all that brown. Just kind of playing with it. I don't want straight lines like what they have. Are you thinking of Janet V? No, I thought I saw you. Are you talking to me, Janet? I thought aren't you in K3N Cocktails group? Maybe I'm just imagining things. I do have a vivid imagination. Beth Schuler says, Mary, I don't mind if you want to come on when I'm on. The internet belongs to all of us. I don't like doing that, Janet, Beth. I really don't want to. dwell on that topic too much, but I'm uncomfortable when somebody else I know, like you, for sure, is streaming. You know, like I think the Pink Poodle is on now, but she's kind of not in my community. When we have several people like who come to different places, I just feel, my personal feeling is it puts a strain on, and I know people say they can open more than one tab, but I think what happens is when you go out of one page and into the other tab, you've got the other one open, but it's not getting any time. Even you're there, but it's not registering any time, I don't think. But that, not only that, I'm just personally uncomfortable doing that. And that's all I want to say about it for now. However, you guys do you. I don't want to dwell on all of that past. We've got into conflicts over it. I've gotten into conflicts over it, and I don't want to rehash any conflicts. Not with you, Beth. But I personally I always try to check. Like, I would never come on when I know and somebody's regular time, like Dee Dee. I would never come on during Dee Dee's stream and say, oh, you know, it bothers me personally, but I don't expect it to bother you. You do you. I'm having fun doing these goats. They're not perfect, but now they'll be outlined, so that will. And I think what I did on the eye was take a teeny bit of black. Just a teensy bit. That's even too much. All right, let's set him aside. I'm not sure I'm done with him, but let's, it's getting kind of late here. I want to go back to this one and outline him so you guys can see. And I hate wasting paint like this, but I'd rather waste it than put my hand in it. I need to get me out a book and start smearing. Now, what I want to do here, I like to outline in black. And let's see what I have. And this is all pretty dry. Not only that, Beth, I'm usually doing something in the evenings. If I'm not watching somebody, I'm, you know, the late nights. Now, if somebody over in England that I don't know is streaming, I might, or, you know, I might come on. Or somebody, like I said, the Pink Poodle, I believe, is on. She's on. She does long streams. But we have such different communities. She never comes in here, and I very seldom go in her stream. So I think Jane Literick, am I pronouncing her name correctly, streams with her. And this will look cute with a piece of tatting hanging out of his mouth. But I'm talking late nights anyway, Beth, because like I said, if it gets, I'm awake in the wee hours of the night, and I might as well be up and doing something. And you might see me doing, I want to get back to podcasts. You might be seeing me do more podcasts and more in the summertime when I can get outside and walk around the yard and be on the front porch, stuff like that. I'd probably be doing more just videos. You've probably seen me do more recently than what I have typically do. All right, let's do his. I like these Pen Plus gears. I pick them up whenever I can. You need to get them while they're hot. You need to get them when you see them because they don't restock them on a consistent basis. I buy as many as I can when I can. Although if Sharpie would sponsor me, I'd use theirs. I need a little bit more tan on his foot there, I think. I threw my paint away. He's got a white sock. Let's see, I've got enough black on these, I think. Maybe my flower needs to be outlined again. And I think I'll outline the grass. And you'll see white. If you study it, you'll see white spaces in there. But in a way, in my thinking, it gives it a little bit more texture, a little bit more dimensionality. Sometimes I just say, okay, we'll leave it. Now I thought about clear coating these so they wouldn't look so flat, but matte. But I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave them. There we go. I'm pretty happy with him, except for his white sock. I threw my paint away or I'd touch that up. I don't think I want to do much more to him. So he's, oh, I need to put white stars. Let's see what I can use here. I've got those white glazing pens, but they take time to dry. My white pens are, let's see what I can do. See if this one works. Yeah. Teresa suggested I'd put the stars on the background. Boy, I'm really zoomed in, aren't I? Are you guys seeing this? Do I need to come down more? I don't even know if I was in frame before. I just happened to look over. I'll move this way a little. This way. I'm liking it. I just have to do this 5 more times. We should do more. We got the camel and the peacock. We got rabbits. Maybe I'll do more. I don't know what I was planning. Well, I want to do a list Friday night. I don't want to, I don't think I'll do postcards this coming Friday. I don't want to have any more giveaways until I get these sent out. Because it's not fair to the folks that, and just ask the folks who haven't got their giveaway from 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. Now in my tablet, this blue is showing up as much brighter than it really is. It really is a darker blue. It makes the stars show up though. The stars are showing up pretty good anyway though, I have to say. Did Dana pop in? Hi Dana. Dana, did you stream on, what nights do you stream? Do you stream on Tuesday nights? I know you stream. I checked before I came on tonight. I didn't see anybody on, so I popped on. They're saying hello to her. Joyce Boring. Hi, Joyce. Welcome in. I'm only going until 12 o'clock. I'm only going to go until I get these stars done. I wanted to catch up on my goats. We did quite a bit on them tonight. So I'm going to stream on Friday night, but I'm not going to do postcards. I'm not going to have a giveaway. I'm not going to do any postcard giveaways until I get the fairies and the goats all sent out. How is that? Is he good for a goat? And then put a piece of tatting on there. Put a piece of tatting. He's going to hang down, a little piece of tatting hanging down. He's going to be chewing on it. I should kind of shred some of the, I'll see if I can have a little where he's chewing on it. So, it is 12 o'clock here. Let me go down to the bottom. Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Let me write that down. Dana, Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Is that a consistent thing? Dana, Mondays at 6:30. Dana Yates. Scrappy girl. Scrappy girl I'm writing you down, Dana, on my chat list here. Dana Yates, Mondays. Is 6:30 p.m. Eastern? Are you Eastern time? You're in Florida, aren't you? Thank you, Dana. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Let's go over Wednesday's list. Of course, Dee Dee comes on at 8:30 Eastern. Who else comes on Wednesdays? Let me look. Stacy Catitude at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern. Wednesdays are kind of open days, I have to say. Art Junkie at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. Becky at 12 or 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Now Dana on at 6:30 p.m. on, oh, that's Mondays. Anybody, am I missing anybody on Wednesdays? I think I got them all. Yes, ma'am, she says. So you guys, I'm going to sign off. I want to thank you for popping in. This was kind of an impromptu. You might be seeing me do more of these late night impromptus, especially if I miss a stream in the morning. But it depends. It just depends on a lot of things. It depends on how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, what my life is like. So, but, and I may not, I came on at what? Was it 9:30 or 8:30? I can't remember what time I even came on. I think it was 9:30 tonight. You may see me late when I can't sleep, maybe. But I'm not giving up my other hours. I'm just kind of doing some impromptus. Becca does Wacky Wednesdays. We do trivia. What time on Wednesday? Let me get my list out again. Where'd I put it? What time? Does she do that with you? She says we do trivia. Becca. I don't follow her too much. I don't follow in. I try to follow Dee Dee and Becky. For sure. I try to drop in on other people. Janet Nash. If you do shorts, I'm more apt to watch a short because take care of you, Mary. Yeah. When does Becca stream on Wednesdays? And does she do a stream on her channel? And what time on Wednesdays? Becca, Wednesday. Is it in the evening or afternoon or around 7 p.m. Eastern? I'm going to put Eastern because you guys all talk Eastern. Okay. Well, thank you, Dana, and thank you all for popping in. Have a really good week. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I probably will not be streaming. You may see me do a post or a short or something like that to kind of fill in with the sharing because I have a lot I want to share. And my next stream, if I'm awake, will be Thursday morning at 6 o'clock. Good night, Katia. It's good to see you. Her channel. Okay. I'll look it up, Jen, or Dana. Jen was right under you. All right, good night, everybody. Good morning. Have a great day tomorrow. Bye.